G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last few videos I've been doing a lot to talk about the NA East teams and how they've swapped up and who they're playing with because there's just been so much going on over there. But on the other side of things with EU, we've had some big team changes over the last few days. Some of them I've touched on, like Leshy and Mongrel, and I want to retouch on how those are developing, but we've had some big ones containing Noah Riley, Rezon, and Vidil. I talked a little bit about how Noah Riley and Rezon were no longer playing with Vidil, but it looks like Rezon now no longer wants to play with Noah Riley, going so far as to say that he will never play with him again. So I want to talk about whether that was real, a lot of people saying it's fake, whether I think they'll get back together, and at the end of today's video, I need to talk about something that got a bit of attention on social media. We had Fortnite Tracker specifically bring attention to it. There is a leak right now that in the game files, Epic is developing basically macros. It's going to be a way to set up certain builds like a 1x1, like a tunnel, and you can click one button and it will build the entire structure instantly. And this has a lot of people, myself included, very scared that this could be the thing that potentially kills Fortnite. I don't want to be dramatic, but based on what we're looking at here, if this gets implemented into the game, it could kill Fortnite. So I want to talk about what that leak is and what it could actually mean for the game. I already mentioned a little bit in the intro, but let's talk about what Rezon tweeted. So Rezon tweeted out, looking for trio with Vino or as a solo. We just need a God IGL. Just DM me if you're willing to stick. Me and Vino are the best players. I'm being serious, by the way. And then again, a lot of people would have doubted, okay, you and Noah Riley just split with Vidil so you could play together. But then Rezon responded, by the way, never playing with Noah Riley in my life again. So don't worry, you're not going to get dropped. And I mean, that's a pretty bold statement. That doesn't sound like a joke to me. This doesn't sound like an impression farm. And I mean, a lot of people have talked about this. Noah Riley, Rezon, and Vidil have always had friction. A lot of people saying that it was actually Rezon and Vidil that both had a bit of friction with Noah Riley. It was Noah Riley with Vidil. It's kind of always jumped around a little bit. And it looks like now all three of them have gone their separate ways rather than what we saw recently where Rezon and Noah Riley split with Vidil. So this now leaves a lot of opportunities for different teams, especially because Rezon's looking for one with Vino or is potentially going to fill in for another team entirely by himself. And this has got a lot of people asking about what the new teams are going to be. And there's a few rumors going around, there's a few discussions, and I want to make this clear. I like that EU does this. They don't just post everything on Twitter like NA does, but it makes it a lot harder to follow. The reason why I could do a 30-minute NA East video yesterday is because it's all there. They talk about it all on Twitter. Every single decision gets made and they post about it. EU doesn't really talk about it. So if I get any of this wrong, I apologize. It's as right as it is right now, and based on pieces of evidence that aren't as clear as just the players straight up saying we're playing together. So it looks like we might actually see Vidil, Aqua, and Fastroki playing together, which is a really, really solid team, and I like the look of that. Again, they have been playing together recently. They have been talking about it, so it looks like that one is kind of sealed, but then other people are talking about how it's going to be Aqua, Vidil, and Noah, but again, I don't think Noah's going to go back to playing with Vidil now, especially if Vidil's in a team. But now people are saying that the issue was between Vidil and Rezon. Noah Riley kind of just went and played with Rezon, but he gets along just as well with Vidil. But I don't really know exactly how that's going to work. I can't imagine seeing how that would go down. But Vidil did play scrims yesterday with Aqua and Noah Riley, so maybe that is exactly what's going down. It's just that much harder to follow when it comes to EU. We have word that Amplify and Matzo, obviously Benji Fish's old trio, is now playing with Aqua as well. So the problem with EU is there's so many different scrims going on at the same time, and a lot of times the guys just fill with each other so they can play with whoever. They don't actually have that as their set team, and because they don't tweet it, we don't really know. I've also got news that potentially Mongrel has said on stream he's playing with Bad Sniper. I've gone back through the VODs and found what I can, trying to look through the clips, and I can't really see any evidence for that, but I did have a few people confirm that. So I'm sorry that my evidence for EU isn't as good. I just know you guys want to know what's going on with EU, and I try to do my best to still grab onto what it is. It does look like, though, I reported recently that Leshy split with his team and he deleted the tweets and weren't sure what was going on there. I believe Leshy is still playing with his current team, so that is a big positive as well, because man, at this point, if Leshy gets dropped one more time, I'm gonna feel so bad for him. The other big bit of news we got actually came at the hands of Merijn, and again, of course, they've got to be in there, so you guys can again flame me in the comments saying I'm saying their name wrong, but it looks like Merijn and Lnuef have split up, which is very strange to me. It's not like they're looking for a trio as a duo. They have completely split up as a team, and they've been playing together for seasons now. So there are a lot of really big names looking for teams right now in EU. So as much as this isn't getting the same amount of attention that the NAE snakening did, and as much as there's not just like, you know, that soap opera level of one player like splitting and then stealing another player, and then we have teams holding each other hostage, it's a bit more low-key on EU, but we have some of the biggest and best names in EU all looking for teams. So we could end up with some absolutely crazy team combos over the next few days, and I will definitely mention as soon as we see them. We have the solo cash cup in a few days. We don't really have much else to go off. I think we'll probably have to wait until the EU cash cup next week to really solidify the teams, because a lot of these guys aren't playing scrims at the moment, and when they do, like I said, they quite often play with fills. So I don't know whether I'll be able to give you guys a set 100% answer on who is playing with who over the next few days, but I'll do my best. Let's talk about these new smart build macros, because this is crazy. I can't overstate this enough. This is basically being revealed by a leaker, iFireMonkey. They made a whole video on it. If you want to check it out, link will be in the description. But I don't often say this, so I don't want you guys coming at me, Aussie, you're being dramatic. This could kill Fortnite. I don't think it will, because I have to have faith that Epic Games will do this properly. But if they implement it in the way that they could, this is very scary. So let me cover exactly what's going on. So in the game files right now, in a potential update in the near future, there is the ability to do smart building. Now, smart building is essentially a macro built into the game. You can set it up where you click one button and it will build an entire structure. Now, we don't know whether it's going to be instantaneous, whether there's going to be a delay, maybe it'll take more builds. A lot of people, and myself included, think this might actually be an addition for AI. So maybe the AIs can build a whole structure. Just because it's in the game file doesn't mean it's going to be used for players. Also, iFireMonkey specifically talked about how this is added into the game files as kind of like a singular item type. Again, I could be butchering that. I'm sorry. I'm not a coder. I'm not a software engineer, but it's something that could be turned off and on very simply. So maybe it's something that will only go into pubs and not competitive, which makes sense. This to me seems like a solution for Epic to get casuals back into the game and get new players into the game to overcome the biggest hurdle with Fortnite, which is building. When you first start this game, the biggest struggle you always have is building, trying to figure out what is going on. This guy's ramp rushing me, building a Taj Mahal. You guys have seen the memes on Twitter and TikTok. That is the hardest part. But if this does get added to competitive, this could be really scary. So let me run through some of the smart builds so far. There is a smart box, which is a standard box with 4 walls, a floor, and a roof. Click one button and you have a full 1x1. Like, I know it doesn't take good players to build that quickly, but just being able to spam click that and just build, like, I don't know what the limitations on this are. Smart tower, which is walls and stairs with no roof used to gain elevation. Smart bridge, a combination of stairs and floors providing a path over / across obstacles, so that you could use that just for tarping. If you're on high ground, you can set up a keybind and just smart bridge your way across. Like, smart auto, this one they said was a bit more unclear, though it may be a stair, wall, and floor. Kind of think about like a protected ramp rush when you're rushing someone. Those are the main ones they've talked about so far, but this could go as far as you could set up, you could make your own ones. You could potentially maybe make it where it has like specific edits in the certain areas. Maybe it has a specific build type. This is scary. If this gets added into the game like this and there's no delay, there's no reason that pros wouldn't use it, you could just spam build 1x1s. It might not be the best strategy, because obviously if you're really good at the game, you want to be able to have control of your builds, and building like tarping or building 1x1s isn't that incredibly hard for an advanced player. So if they're going to bring it into just pubs, or maybe it has like a long delay so it doesn't get used for competitive, this could be an interesting addition. And again, I can see why Epic might be thinking about this, to get those casuals into the game and getting them to have a better chance against the sweats who've been playing for a long time. But this has the potential to kill Fortnite. Like, there's very few things that I think could just bring down Fortnite overnight or have a huge impact. Remember last time when they tried to mess with the way turbo building worked? They increased the delay on turbo building. That was very scary for Fortnite. If that stayed in the game the way it was, Fortnite would have died. It just completely ruined and made the game feel so different in a terrible way. Fortnite can change a lot of stuff, and I would be okay with it. The map, the weapons, some aspects of building and editing, but for the the most part, building and editing is by far the scariest thing they can touch in Fortnite. It is what separates Fortnite from every other game and brings players back time and time again, because you play any other battle royale, you run out in the open, someone sees you, they shoot you, you die, you get annoyed. Fortnite always overcomes that with building. It's the thing that makes the game fantastic. But if you mess with it in the wrong way, especially going against a lot of the muscle memory and a lot of the skills that pros and other players have built up, it's going to be frustrating. But this could be that big decision that Epic makes to finally divert towards casual. We've kind of had this always like two pathways going, competitive, casual. We have arena and tournaments go one way, pubs are going the other, but we've never had that clear divide where Epic really makes the game either entirely casual or entirely competitive. And this could be the time to do that, but I don't want to go too dramatic yet. We don't even know when this is being put into the game. All we know is it's on the back end. This could just be something for creative. It could even just be a fun creative game mode. I don't want to just make you guys freak out like the game is ending and Epic's going to kill their game. I'm just saying this has the potential to, and I don't really see enough people talking about it for how big of a deal this could have. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.